Okay, now your turn.
Ajahn, during meditation time, sometimes we have difficulty in the practice or stuck in the practice. Can you give us advice how to face the problem in the practice? Or maybe Ajahn have
You just have to force yourself. Just tell yourself you are doing something very good for yourself. Encourage yourself. Then you will have the energy to do what you don't feel like doing. So you're digging gold, digging diamond. They don't come up by themselves. You have to dig for them. Dhamma is like gold, like diamond. If you want Dhamma, then you have to practice. Look at the Buddha for encouragement, for inspiration. Look at his noble disciple, how they practice, how they what you call strive in their practice, exertion. Dhamma don't come like rain from the sky, You have to go after the Dhamma. You have to chase after the Dhamma. If you're lazy, you will never catch the Dhamma. You have to be diligent. So you have to use this to inspire yourself. Look at all those who have the Dhamma. They have because they go after the Dhamma. They don't wait for the Dhamma to come to them. So by practicing, you are going after the Dhamma. When you're not practicing, then you are not going after the Dhamma. Then you will never get the Dhamma. And no one can get the Dhamma for you. You have to get the Dhamma for yourself. Atta hi attano nato. You know this? You are your own refuge. You have to practice yourself. Nobody can practice for you. Look at the Buddha. He fasted for 49 days. He was going after the Dhamma by striving, by fasting. But he found out that's not the right way, so he stopped. And then he tried the other way by sitting under the Bodhi tree and make a resolution that he would not get up until he get the Dhamma, until he became enlightened. So he said, I would not get up from this seat if I have not achieved what I am after. Even if the blood in my body runs dry, I will not get up. I will continue practicing. I will continue bhavana, samatha bhavana, vipassana bhavana. Once you have this determination, then nothing could stop him. Then he became enlightened. So this is what you have to push yourself with. You have to tell yourself, remind yourself, no one can get the Dhamma for you. The Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha only tell you how to get it. But you have to get it yourself. No one can get it for you. Even the Buddha, if you're living with the Buddha, he cannot get the Dhamma for you. And look at his son, Rahul. He ordained as a novice at the age of 6 or 7. And the Buddha could only teach him what to do. He could not practice for his son. His son has to practice by himself, by learning the way of practice from the Buddha and from the noble disciple. Then eventually his son became enlightened also. So you can only become enlightened by practice. Practice makes perfect. Not laziness make perfect. Okay? All right. You want salary, but you don't go to work. Who's going to pay you the salary? I'm not going to hire you. If you want me to pay you the salary, but you don't come to work.
But Ajahn, sometimes after you make a determination, then halfway you give up.
That means you don't have you don't
strong enough.
Yeah, you don't have strong will.
Yeah.
You have no willpower.
Yeah. How to increase the willpower?
You have to punish yourself. Every time you don't do what you're supposed to do, then you have to punish yourself. Like don't eat for 3 days, fast for 3 days. Then you will not dare to be. So you need have punishment to make yourself see the wrong that you did, so that you won't dare to do it again next time. If you don't punish yourself, then you will never do what you wanted to do, because you can stop anytime and nothing happens to you. But every time you stop, then you say, okay, we're not going to eat for 3 days.
I heard someone tell us that this era when we don't have Arahant, is it correct?
Don't listen to the blind, the foolish. They don't know anything. They just say because that's how they feel.
Because they say it's Buddha saying.
Yeah. The Buddha say, as long as they are practitioners, they will be arahant. As long as they are practitioner of the path, they will always be arahant. The world will never be without an arahant. As long as there are people who practice supatipanno, uchupatipanno, yaya patipanno, samiti patipanno, there will always be arahant in this world. So you have to look at the cost, not just what people say. But if what people say is true, no one practice anymore, then yes, there will no longer be any arahant. But as long as there are still people like you practicing, there will always be arahant. Because arahant come from you people, come from those who practice, not come from those who say there won't be arahant.
I think just now when I meditate, then I feel like itchiness in the eye.
This is just a distraction. Don't pay attention.
Yeah. What happens is my mind becomes restless and don't know how to face it.
You concentrate on your butto, and then you forget, and then it won't bother you.
So that's how I should
Concentrate
face it.
on
I
your.
should combat it.
You should ignore it and concentrate on your butto or on your breath.
I try to ignore but fail. Then I try some other ways, so the mind becomes restless. Always focus here, then breath, here, then breath. Keep going to and fro.
Maybe you should do chanting first. If you don't have strong mindfulness, then just keep chanting.
That means I will change from breath to Buddha.
Butto, or if Butto doesn't work, then you just keep chanting. Something to get your mind away from that itchiness.
If I feel my leg pain, can I in an hour? I usually do like this in an hour. I change my posture 2 to 3 times. Is it okay?
It's okay, but you're not moving forward. It means you get stuck. You can only get to one point and then you have to give up and restart again. If you want to go further, you would have to go through the pain and leave the pain, let the pain arise and subside by itself. Then your mind will enter into jhana after you go through the pain, and when you leave the pain alone. So you will never go any further than this. Every time you come, when you meet the pain, then you stop. You start over again by changing your position. Then you're starting over again. If you want to go further, then you have to keep going, keep meditating and ignore the pain. And if you can ignore the pain, then your mind will drop into calm and you can go further.
Does it mean that Ajahn, you are not discouraging elder meditator to sit on the chair to meditate?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying this is the way the practice works. You cannot change the rule and to adapt to your condition. You have to adapt yourself to the rule. Because you want comfort, but you want to meditate as the result of meditation at the same time, which is impossible. You have to have one or the other. If you want to have result from your meditation, then you have to go through discomfort to get it. If you want comfort, and you will not get the result of your meditation.
For myself, whenever I have wandering thoughts, I turn to myself to look at the skeleton of myself, and I become happy when I look at it. And then I feel composed.
So keep looking at it.
Pardon?
Keep looking at it all the time.
Keep looking at it.
It's okay?
Yeah. You're using the skeleton as your meditation object. You can use the 32 part, any of the 32 part as your meditation object. The skeleton.
I go back to my breath.
Whichever one you want, any one that makes your mind calm and happy, you use that one.
Is it means that I don't need to come back to my breath?
No, you can use the skeleton to replace your breath. It's the same thing. It's an object of concentration. What you want to do is to concentrate your mind. So you need an object to concentrate upon. Then you can stop thinking.
Yes.
So maybe the skeleton is more suitable for you than the breath. Then you should use the skeleton instead. That's why the Buddha gave so many different meditation objects for you to choose. 40 kammatthana, they are object of meditation. So you might try a different one to see which one is good for you. Good means your mind is calm and happy, not thinking, not restless, not agitated.
When our mind is like when during meditation time, when our mind is like restless or sleepiness, then we try to come back to our object. But when we try to come back to our object, only a while after that come back restless again. So what we
You have to stay at your object of meditation all the time. You cannot be without watching your object of meditation. When you leave your object of meditation, then your mind starts to become restless and agitated. That's what we call meditation, to concentrate on your meditation object. Not just to sit there and let your mind wander. Then that's not meditation.
When I meditate, my meditation cannot carry on forward because of my pain. When I sit and then I change my position, once it's the right position, then I can carry on with the meditation. Should I do that?
What do you mean? Should you do what?
The thing is, let's say I am sit now, I meditate for just 15 minutes, I feel the pain. So I got to change my position, and when I change and it suits me, then I will carry on meditation.
For how long?
For half an hour, 45 minutes, or sometimes even 1.5 hours.
Why can't you do it from the start?
Because when you sit, you don't know the leg will give you a pain or not.
Well, what do you mean? How do you find out that?
Because you cannot persist, you cannot carry on with the meditation if the pain exists.
I know, but how do you find the position that there has no pain?
So I got to change. You see, sometimes I say, I then put closer, or I put wider, like that.
Then you're starting over again.
Starting over again better than not having concentration with the pain disturbing you.
I don't know how long you can sit. When you become painful, then you have to adjust your body again.
Yeah.
Then you just won't get anywhere. You can only get to the point when the body becomes painful. Then you have to stop and start over again. If you want to go through this by not starting over, then you have to leave the pain alone and keep meditating, not adjusting your pain. You should adjust your mindfulness. You have to be more concentrating. You have to concentrate more on your meditation object in order to overcome your pain, not adjusting your body. When you adjust your body, you are returning the mind to the body, you see. When you meditate, you want to separate the mind from the body. You want to leave the body alone. But every time there is pain, then you come back and readjust the body. Then you're bringing the mind back to the body. So the mind will never be separated from the body. But if you leave the pain alone and don't adjust the body, then the mind will then be able to separate from the body and the pain. Then it will become calm and will not be bothered by the pain. It's the same question that she asked just now.
No, I don't know why, because maybe because of the age.
No, it's your defilement. You don't want pain. Everybody is the same. No one likes pain. There's no age. Even little boy, they don't like pain.
I see many meditators, they sit there, they can sit for 2 hours, 3 hours without moving. So they, of course, I feel that they don't have the pain. But I sit for 15 minutes, the pain comes, and I adjust.
Because you have no concentration. See?
Yeah.
If you have concentration, then the pain will not bother you.
That's why I don't know how to increase my concentration.
Just practice more concentration before you sit. You can concentrate on one object, like I told you yesterday. Concentrate on your body. Watch what your body is doing. Instead of watching your breath, just keep watching your body. Whatever your body is doing, just keep watching. If you're brushing your teeth, just keep watching. Just brushing your teeth. Don't go think about something else. Then you will increase your concentration. So when you sit, you can concentrate and will be able to ignore the pain when it arises. And then your mind will go deeper into meditation that way.
Can walking meditation help?
It helps to increase your concentration. But you need to sit in order to bring the mind to deep jhana. Walking cannot do that. Walking can only help you increase your concentration, or at least maintain your concentration. But you have to concentrate when you walk. Keep concentrating on something, on your walking, on your, on your mantra, whatever. Not just walk and then think about everything else. Then you will have strong concentration. And when you sit, when there's pain, you can ignore the pain by keep concentrating on your meditation object.
And then for me, sometimes I recently just realized if I can't ignore the pain, sometimes really.
Can you speak louder?
When I can't ignore the pain, I look at the pain. Is it okay?
That means you don't have concentration. You should not look at the pain. You should look at your breath.
Because it keep disturbing the concentration.
We don't. That's because you don't have strong concentration to concentrate on your breath.
But if it always keep pulling the concentration back to the pain.
So you have to increase. You have to do concentration before you sit. Watch your body all day long.
So, let's say if I'm already in the sitting and the pain is bothering me, and I try to ignore it and come back to my breath, yet I feel, should I keep trying and trying, or I get up and walk, and what I should do at that moment? If, let's say, I just cannot keep my focus on the breath.
Well, you know what to do. You do what you do. What you should do and what you do is two different things. What you should do is to concentrate on your meditation object. But what you do is you usually get up and change your position.
I did try, and sometimes I try until I'm full of sweat.
That's why I tell you have to increase your concentration first by practicing concentration all day long before you come and sit. From the time you get up, you should start concentrating already. Keep watching your body. Your body is lying down, getting up, walking. Just keep watching it. Don't go think about other things. See? If you don't do this, then when you sit, you face the same problem. You won't be able to concentrate on your meditation object because you don't have enough concentration.
Is it because we sit for too long?
Well, nothing.
This is because the concentration.
You don't have concentration. That's all.
You don't have concentration.
Ajahn, I heard Ranta Mahabua is very great teacher, and Ajahn is the student of Ranta Mahabua.
Can you speak louder? Other people cannot hear you.
Oh, okay. Ajahn, I heard the Ranta Mahabua is very great master meditation teacher. Is it how the Ranta Mahabua teach the student and how he advise the student in meditation to make us want to meditate better?
You have to read his biography.
I have to read his biography.
Okay. Enough.
A side question. I heard people telling, Buddha was telling that the world will end in how many number of years. Is this true?
I don't know. I don't care. I know I'm gonna end, so it doesn't matter what the world will end or not. It doesn't matter with me. I'll end. I know I will end. That's all I have to do. Have to know.
Because as what Buddha says, what he said, we cannot exist for long. Human beings also cannot exist for long. Impermanent. So the world will be the same. Am I right?
No. The world will end.
The world will end.
Yeah, but there will be a new world. Yeah, there will be replacement. See, everything comes and goes, rise and cease.
Exactly.
This star, this earth disappear, then a new earth will arise. This is the way how things work. This tree will die, and then a new tree will grow. This body will die, then a new body will be reborn. So this is something doesn't really matter to you. What matters to you is how you react to this thing. You should not be fearful of it. You should not be bothered by it. You should just know. Just know.
Just know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Alright.
May I ask, what's the use of relics? I don't have any feeling for
Relics is just to prove to you that there was a Buddha. See, it's only the bones of the Buddha and the Arahant that will turn into relics. If they are relics, then it's just to remind you that once upon a time, long time ago, there was a Buddha in this world. That's why they build the pagoda, the jade, to house the relics. So when you see a relic, a pagoda, then it will remind you that once upon a time there was a Buddha and an enlightened person. And then it will might get you interested to find out more about who this person is. What did he do? What did he teach? And this is the process of initiating your interest of the Dhamma. See, this is like a trap. When you want to trap an animal, you need to have a little something to draw the attention of the animal to go into the trap. See, and the relic is like a trap. See, once you see relics, then you say, "What is this? How does relics come about?" So then you start to find out, it came from the Buddha, from the enlightened person. And you want to know how do these people become enlightened, and what does enlightenment mean? And you start the process of learning the Dhamma. See, it's a trap to get your attention. Okay. Normally you would go look by shoes, by dresses, by merchandise, in the shopping arcade, But if you look at the relics, then you might start to become interested in what the Buddha is, who the Buddha was, and what the Dhamma is, and so forth. It's like a advertising sign, advertisement sign, a billboard. You see a billboard and you say, "Oh, there's a house for sale, new condos." This is the same way. "Oh, there was a Buddha once." That's all what the relic's supposed to do.
Because I'm not that interested in it, but I just feel funny why everyone is having a lot of respect and faith to the stupa or the relics, because the relics can't talk and can't give me Dhamma, so I'm not so interested. So I just wonder what is the purpose of those. That's all.
Well, you now know. Those people, they don't know. They thought it's something magical. Once you are close to the relics, your life will be better automatically.
Ajahn, I do not know why Buddha's relics spread all over the world. In Singapore, the publicized is so great that you enter to see the relics, you have to make payment. You have to buy a ticket and go in. Not in Singapore. Many places they say, "Oh, this is relics."
After the Buddha died, after his cremation, then the remains of the Buddha was shared among the different kingdoms during that time, and each kingdom will take a portion, and then from there they might share to other people and places.
I just wonder whether it's real or just what they call advertisement.
I know this is something that you probably can never prove it, because it's so long. It happened so long ago, and how they change hand and how they go from one place to the next. So it's no problem. The problem whether it's real or not is not the problem. The problem is, does it matter who the billboard is real or not real? As long as the message is real, it's good enough. So if people believe it's relics, okay, fine. As long as they know what relic is, this is more important. It's not whether relics are real or not. As long as they believe that this is relics, this is the remain of the Buddha, an enlightened person, then it's okay. It could be false, but it doesn't matter, because the message, the relic is supposed to carry a message. That's all. And as long as the message is true, then it's okay. But I think nowadays the message is lost. See? People get lost. They don't know what the relic is supposed to tell them anymore. They look at the relic as something magical, something that will make your life better if you happen to come across the relics. So that's why people want to go and pay respect to the relics, because they feel that once they pay respect, then they will make more money, their life will be longer, their health will be better.
magic.
And this is what most people think of relics. So the message is lost. The real message is what I told you, is to remind you of that there was a Buddha, there was his teaching, and there was his noble disciple exist in this world.
Ajahn, can I ask how it's because yesterday Ajahn have mentioned it's like we want to share the Peta beings is only can accept the things we give is like when we can communicate with them. So actually how is the Peta beings accept the sharing merit from us? Like if for example we want to sharing merit to our ancestor.
You just, after you make merit, then you just dedicate it by saying in your heart.
I thought we can't communicate directly with them.
So you don't know. You just in case they happen to be waiting for you, but they cannot communicate with you because you happen to turn off your telephone, so they cannot call you. You don't have the ability to connect with them. See, in order to connect with people without a body, a spiritual being, you have to have strong samadhi, like the Buddha. Then he can connect with the spiritual beings. But for you, you cannot. So you just have to just take a chance and say, I'll send it anyway. If they're waiting for me, if they're waiting for it, they can get it. If they don't, if you don't send them, then they cannot get it. If they're waiting for you. Okay?
Ajahn, one more question.
You're lying. You keep saying one more question.
Sorry. Is it important to send metta during our meditation?
No, you cannot send metta. You have to give metta when you see people. Like today, you give me money, you give me metta now. See,
Oh.
you cannot just sit down and send metta. Who you gonna send it to?
The named person. Let's
No.
say relatives, friends. And all
You have to go to see them and tell them how much you love them. See, you have to tell them in front so they know. You say it in your heart. How would they know that you love them? You have to show your love. You have to show your metta. Not just think in your heart and say, I give metta to this and that person. But when you get mad at that person, you beat him with a stick instead.
But also there's metta bhavana, right?
That's teaching you to know what metta is. Chanting the metta means learning what metta is. Sappe satta avera hontu. It means all beings should have no malice toward one another. This is metta. So you should have no malice toward other human being, no ill will.
I thought it's a meditation object.
It's chanting. Chanting is a meditation object. But the real purpose is to teach you to have loving kindness and apply it in your life. Not when you are alone. You have to apply it when you are with people, with animals. Not beating them, not hurting them when you are with people. When they make you angry, you have to stop your anger. You should not get angry at them. This is what having metta is. Not when you are alone, sitting in meditation, you say, oh, I have loving kindness. Yeah. But when you see people, you get mad at them. That's being hypocritical. You know, when you're alone, you pray for everybody to be happy. But when you're with other people, you start to fighting against each other. You know. You should be like right now. We are loving. You know, we are sharing knowledge. This is metta. See, we're not fighting for money or fighting for this and that. You know. That's not metta. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So this will be your last day.
Yes.
You go back tomorrow. Okay. Have a good
Ajahn,
day.
one request. Can we take photo with you?
Later.
Later.
Okay. Let me finish the.
Okay.
the,
Thank you.
okay.